Hello, it's Simon Zutshi here, and in this video I want to tell you about a very time-sensitive opportunity. So do encourage you to watch all of this video because you're not going to want to miss out on this. Now, I believe that 2020 is going to be an incredible time for you to invest in property, and there's something that's going to happen in January 2020 which is going to make it much easier for you to find really fantastic property deals. So let me explain. At the end of each tax year, people have 9 months to complete their tax return. It needs to be done by the end of January. So in January 2020, everyone's going to have to put their self-assessment tax return in. Now, there are 1.75 million landlords in the UK, and this will be the second year where landlords are starting to see the effect of Section 24. These are the tax changes that were introduced in April 2017, whereby as property investors, we are taxed differently from other business owners. What this means is, if you own property in your own name, which most landlords do, and you're a high rate taxpayer, which many investors are, it means you're going to pay a lot more tax on your property investments. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means for the same amount of work and effort and hassle, you're going to get paid less and less over the next few years. Now, if you own in a company, you're not affected. That's why many people who are starting to invest are buying in a company structure. But for landlords who've owned for like 10, 15, 20 years, owning in their own name was always the best way to do it, but now they're going to pay a lot more tax. Now, what this means is we are seeing many more landlords thinking about selling up and retiring early. In any market, there's always people coming in and always people leaving. But right now, there are more and more landlords thinking about leaving. How do we know this? Well, I run a network called Property Investors Network. We have 50 meetings all over the country. And I can tell you at a very grassroots level, we see what's happening. And we're seeing more and more investors coming to these meetings, wanting solutions and thinking about selling up and retiring. So why is this a good opportunity for you? Well, this January 2020 is going to be the second year when people are going to be getting their tax returns and seeing they've got the same income coming in, but paying a lot more tax. And we're going to see more and more landlords looking to retire. What that means is there's an opportunity to potentially help those people to buy some of their properties. Now, if they sell all their properties in one go, they're going to pay a lot of tax. It's really good for the landlords to space out their sales over a number of years. And so the best way to help them do that is with a strategy called a Purchase Lease Option. This is a way that you can control property, get cash flow and equity growth from a property that you don't even own. It's an incredibly powerful strategy. Now, there needs to be certain circumstances for this strategy to work, i.e. the seller doesn't need the money now. Well, landlords selling up probably don't need the money, and also favourable mortgage conditions. And landlords are some of the best people to do options with. So you've got all these things coming together. You've got this unique time where landlords more than ever are thinking about selling up and retiring. If you want to get into property or expand your portfolio, the next 12 months are going to be the best opportunity to ever do this. So I've got something very special for you. In January, I'm going to be running 2 events, one in London and one in Birmingham. One-day events which are going to explain everything about the current opportunity and exactly step-by-step what you need to do about it. So you could gain cash flow and equity growth from properties you don't even own. Now, I normally charge for all my training seminars, usually about £500 for a day. They all come with money-back guarantees. They're amazing events. I don't really do free events for a couple of reasons. Sometimes when information is free, people don't value it. And secondly, I like to get a better quality of person. If someone's paid for it, it gets rid of all the time wastage. You only get good people in the room. However, because this is a brand new event I'm doing, get ready for 2020, I'm going to be filming these events, and I'm going to have a nice large audience in the event for the video recording. So I'm going to make an ethical bribe. I'm going to say, you can come along to this one-day course, learn everything about the opportunity and what you need to do to start taking action. Instead of paying the normal £500, you can actually come for just £1. Now, this will be £1 that we're going to donate to charity. However, if you fail to turn up, we'll charge you £100 no-show fee. I think that's pretty fair, because sometimes if people haven't paid, they're not committed, they don't take action. And it will be a real tragedy if you miss this day and the valuable content I'm going to share. So all you have to do is click on the link below this video, and there'll be a link to go through to a page to pay your pound to secure your place. If you've got someone else to come, they can come as well. They need to pay their pound. And I say, if you don't turn up, we'll charge you £100. But if you do turn up, you can get an incredible day with me just for £1. There is an opportunity to upgrade to a VIP where you get lunch and refreshments, and also you get to sit at the front of the room on a workbook, and you could do that if you want, but you don't have to do that. Click on the link below to get all the details. I look forward to seeing you this live event in either Birmingham or in London in January to help you get ready for 2020 and this incredible opportunity of the decade. So I'll see you there.